Work just fine. Make sure you will get at least one blanket, a bolster, and a couple of blocks. Okay. Hi, how are you? Alright. How is everyone? And interesting last week, and a little intense with a lot of people. I was part of this experience called ETH Denver. If you haven't heard of it, it's like cryptocurrency slash all nerd stuff at all times, developing and all the things. And about 20 or so thousand people come here from around the world to visit that. And so all that energy can get like a little much sometimes. Luckily for me, I'm part of the Zen zone. So I help people actually calm down after the experience or whenever they need a break. And so to me, getting a little break is very, very important. And this sort of classes like today is amazing. And sometimes we force ourselves through things in life. And so I'm glad that all of you decided to come to this class and relax a little. I don't know if I said my name is Rossi. I'm studying for Alyssa this week and next week. And I give you a card. If you are okay with physical touch, you can keep or you can turn the card the front side up. If you would rather keep yourself to your mat without my assistance, you can turn it around or keep it with a generic side up. For no, thank you. And just remember, I won't get offended. This is always up to you, and it's always about you, so it's never about me. Which means you can do whatever you want. So you can change your mind. Sounds good? All right. So let's start first. You can sit down or you can lay down, whichever makes more sense for you. So we'll see if we can find a little more grounding in our physical body, as whatever you may have experienced throughout the day is now fading away. Take a full breath in, a full breath out, just for you. And observe your sitting bones. Notice your knees. And see if you can send your breath into those spaces. Exhaling any tension you can hold on to, or you've been holding on to through your breath out. And take about 5 or 6 more full rounds of breath. As you inhale fully, all the way down into your sitting bones. Exhale fully all the way out from the sitting bones and through your nose. And if you're up for it, and find a breath. You can stay with your natural breath, or you can join me for a breath that goes with an inhale to the count of 4 and exhale to the count of 6. If you decide to join me, take a full exhale. Take a breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take about 4 or 5 more at your own pace. Your 6 may be a little longer than your neighbor or a little shorter. Don't judge yourself. Just concentrate on the breath in and the breath out. Take your last couple of cycles, no rush. As you exhale next, take a little pause. Exhale just a little more. And take a soft breath in. And maybe a louder exhale. Bring one hand to your lower belly, one hand to your heart space. The heart chakra is the bridge between this physical body and the metaphysical world, or anything we cannot touch, see, smell, observe. It's that quietness on the back of your mind. As you take a slow breath in, can you expand your heart space just a little more? Take a deep breath out. As you keep concentrating on your heart space, can it grow a little more with every breath in? Can the borders of the heart dissolve with the exhale a little more as the heart becomes larger and larger past the physical body? Usually described in a color green. What color comes for you? Heart chakra, about self-love or love. As any love is just love. Whether it's towards others or towards ourselves. Take a full breath in, just for you. A deep breath out. Turn your hands together at the center of your chest. If Om is in your practice, we'll sing 3 Oms together. Exhale wherever you are. Take an inhale for Om. Slowly relax the tops of your hands to the tops of your eyes. If your eyes are closed, gently open your eyes from bottom to top. Bring your hands behind you. Extend your legs forward for a moment. Roll out your ankles. Extend your toes and squeeze them in. Maybe bend one knee, then the other just for a moment. Maybe allow a knee to fall out to the side. And then cross your legs the opposite way, the inhabitual way. Bring your arms around your sides and see if you can bring them a little further behind your sitting bones. And from that place, bring the front of your pelvic bone slightly down towards your thighs. Bring your lower ribs slightly closer together and turn your arms from the inside out. Lift up your chest. You can always catch your bolster or your blankets if you're sitting on some. Take a breath in as you lift your heart from the breastbone to the chin. As you exhale, bring your hands to your knees, look into your belly, push the spine to the wall behind you. Keep your hands on your knees. With the inhale, draw your chest forward as you lift your heart up. Pause. This time, as you exhale, lean further forward. Lean over to your left. Make a big circle around to the back, to the right, and forward. Maybe 1 or 2 more circles in this direction. Notice what shows up for you, what comes up. When we move our physical body, oftentimes emotions start to stir up. Whenever you're ready, take it over to the other side as you switch direction. Notice if you are still breathing or you're holding on to your breath. Feel body even on both sides. Slowly return back to your neutral. Bring your arms out to the side and lift your palms up towards the ceiling. Take a full breath in. With an exhale, wrap yourself around, hug yourself and look in towards you. Inhale, open out, extend your heart up. Exhale, wrap yourself in, hug yourself the opposite way, arms cross the other way around. Just like that, we're gonna go, no specific amount of times. Just gonna go until it feels okay. Not too long, not too short. One of my favorite things to start and end the day these days is a little prayer called Ho'oponopono. It comes from Hawaii. It's 4 short sentences. It goes like this: I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you. And so I start in the morning. I usually send it to our government, and I send it to all the other governments in the world. And I send it to some people that I feel a little beef with. I send it to my children, which are sometimes the people I have beef with. And then I send it to myself. So feel free. I like to end the day, especially with forgiveness for myself. You can take your last one. Feel free to use it if you like. I'll repeat it. It goes, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And as you finish your last round, extend your arms out, lift them up towards the ceiling. Press your hands into each other as you exhale. Bring your hands in towards your heart space. Take a moment of gratitude for this physical body with all its kinks, for this yoga practice and the teachers and students before us, thousands of years of teachers and students, for each other, this community. Take a full breath in. Let it out. Bring your hands around your sides. You're going to find a little bit of a side bend. So keep your right hand on the floor. If you're sitting on a bolster, you may want to bring up your hand on a block instead. And so when you keep your right hand down, see if you can bring your right hand slightly back so the front of your right shoulder can open to the side, and bring the left arm up towards the ceiling. Take a full breath and bring your left hand behind your head and press your head and your neck back into your hand. And then re-extend your arm long over your left ear, that is to the right. Take a breath in. You can stay here or you can walk your hand further out to the side. Take a full breath in. Can you lift your left ribs a little higher? Maybe look up towards the ceiling if that's okay with your neck. Take a deep breath out. Hold for another breath in. As you exhale, take it over to the other side. If you're using a block, you can bring a block to the other side as well. Reach the right arm up. Take the left hand slightly back behind your hip and take it over to the side. Maybe bring your hand behind your head so you can really find that extension of your side body. Press your head back into your hand and then extend your arm longer again as you lean further out to the left. Full breath in, reach your right ribs a little higher. Full breath out. You got it. Inhale, return back to the middle, reach up. Exhale, right fingertips down, left arm over. Hold for a full round of breath. Can you lift your left ribs off of the ground? Exhale out, take it over to the other side. Take a breath in as you reach up and over. Lift your right ribs a little more. That's it. Exhale out. Slowly return your arms back to the sides. Catch your hands together behind your lower back like a fist. And as you catch your hands together behind you, take an inhale, lift your hands away from your sitting bones. Turn your arms from the inside out and lift up your chest. Take a full breath in. Take a deep breath out. Switch the grip of your thumbs the other way around. So release your hands and cross them the opposite way. So an opposite thumb is first, and then again lift up. Full breath in and a full breath out. Release your hands, bring them all the way up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your hands into each other and down towards your heart. Release your hands around your sides. Extend the legs long. Press the backside of your thighs towards the floor. We're going to find a little tapping of our legs so we can release some of the stress of the day. And so you can take your hands and start tapping on the inside of your feet and up towards your thighs, and then on the outside of your thighs and down. And then again, maybe the tops of your feet. Go a couple of times up and down your legs. And start feeling that energy start tingling around the skin. You may not feel anything, and that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with you in either case. You got it. And when you come up the legs next, we're going to take the hands to our side bodies. We're going to tap the side bodies a little bit. And maybe we're going to cross the arms and tap. We're going to start tapping around the shoulders. And then I'm going to switch the hands towards the side of the arms. I'm going to take just one hand and tap from the pinky up to the back of the arm, around the shoulder, towards the thumb edge. And do it maybe one more time. Let's switch to the other arm. A couple of times on the other arm. I'm going to bring the hands to the collarbones. I'm going to tap that space just on the top of the collarbone. Remember, you don't have to tap super hard. And from here, we're going to gently tap on the side of the neck, behind the earlobe, around the ear to the front of the earlobe, towards the temple, the side of the eye, and all the way around the eyebrow and the inside of the eyebrow, and through the center of the forehead up towards the crown of the head, around through the back, the occipital bone. I'm going to get underneath the earlobe, underneath the nose, underneath the lip, above the chin. I'm going to tap around the heart space, just under the collarbones. And slowly rest one hand on top of the other, on the top of the heart. Take a full breath in. Take a deep breath out. Find our way towards tabletop. We'll invite you to use a blanket underneath your knees. Don't have to, but it's there if you ever need it. And find ourselves to tabletop. So bring your hands a little wider than you're used to. You just, I want to say three things all at once. Give your chest some space. And shift your hips side to side. And maybe find a big circle around one direction, a big circle around the other direction. And slowly start finding our way towards tabletop, and then keep your hips over the knees. Start walking your hands forward for puppy pose or heart chakra pose. Just bring your forehead towards the floor. If your forehead does not meet the ground, you can always use a blanket or a block. And stay here for 3-4 rounds of breath. Can you press your sitting bones back towards the wall behind you at the same time as you extend your arms forward? So you're lengthening the side of your body even more. You can roll your arms in and out to see how it feels when your armpits are hidden from your neighbors or when they point to your neighbors more. Take a couple more rounds of breath here. Remember not to rush your breath. You got it. Begin to find your way back towards tabletop. And find your way into tabletop. I'm going to bring the right leg back. Extend the back side of your right knee as you tuck your toes under. Squeeze your right quadricep. And from here, bend your right knee, point the right foot up towards the ceiling. Take a full breath and turn your right knee out to the side like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. And then bring the right knee in towards your chest, drawing a big circle. Return your right knee up, your right foot up. We'll do a couple more circles in this direction. And then I want to switch the direction around the other way around. The massage teacher says that our hips are the center of the universe. And so we keep our issues in our tissues. So releasing some of those through those circles. And when you finish with 3 circles in each direction, extend your leg back. As if you're going towards spinal balance, take a full breath and draw your chest forward as if you're going for cow pose. When you exhale, bring your knee in towards your nose. Inhale, extend your leg back, lift your chest forward. Exhale, round and look in. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Extend your leg long and pause. And slowly release your knee down to the floor. Shift your hips side to side. Again, find a big circle around one direction, the other direction. Pause with the hips over the knees. One more time, heart chakra pose or Anahatasana. Extend your arms forward as you bring your forehead towards the floor. Lift the sitting bones up and press them back towards the wall behind you. Maybe rock your head side to side if that's okay with your neck. Full breath in. Option to point the palms of the hands up towards the ceiling if you like. You got it. Walk your hands in closer towards you. Find your way to tabletop. We'll do the same thing with the other side. So this time, extend your left leg back. Take your toes under for a moment. Squeeze your left quadriceps. Lift the left thigh bone up. And then lift your leg up. Bend your knee. Lift your foot up. Draw a big circle around. Take the knee out to the side. Into the chest. Up towards the ceiling. Couple of times on this side more. And switch the direction the other way around. And pause, extend your leg back. Draw your chest forward and up as if you're going for cow pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring the knee into your nose, arch the spine. Inhale, extend your leg back, draw your chest forward. Exhale, bring it in. Last one, just like that. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale as you extend your leg and pause. Exhale, release your knee down. Find a big circle around back. Touch your hips one direction and then the other. Come on to your neutral tabletop. We'll find ourselves towards a camel pose. So come up to your knees. I like to tuck my toes under. I also like to use a bolster on top of my shins. That way I don't have to go too far. I have hip stuff, knee stuff, ankle stuff, or I'm experiencing them. So finding support can work great for those of us who are experiencing stuff, which is everyone, unless you don't have a physical body. And now from here, bring your hands to the pelvic bones or the front of my middle fingers are kind of touching the front of my hip. I understand that not everybody's fingers are that long, or not everybody's hand is that giant. like mine. So somewhere around the side of your pelvic bones. And now from here, press the thumbs down into the buttocks. So the buttocks travel slightly down, but lift the front of your pelvic bones up. And from that place, point your elbows back, draw your shoulder blades in deep into your back body, then bring your hands down to your bolster. You can stay here, or if you like, you can remove the bolster and bring your hands to your feet. I will stay here. It's up to you. Take a breath in. Can you lift your breastbone up towards the chin? Good. Full breath out. Couple more. Last one. Full breath in. Exhale, slowly extend your toes back. And sit back towards your bolster. Take a moment. Camel pose tends to flush out the kidneys. Sometimes you may feel dizzy or slightly like yucky. That's gonna go away. Take a moment as you breathe in and out. You got it. Coming up towards tabletop. Keep the right hand down. Take an inhale as you lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. Roll your left wrist. As you exhale, bring the left hand in between the right arm and the right thigh. Reach out to the right. Inhale as you return all the way back out and lift up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it under. We'll do this 3 more times. Press down and slowly lift up. How slow can you go? Exhale out. Bring it in. Observe as your body is trying to twist. What else comes up? The teacher often says that we twist the body to untwist the mind. So maybe here would be another great place for the Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Take your last round. And as you reach out next, pause, slowly release your left cheek down to the floor. If you wish, you can bring a blanket underneath your left cheek. Sometimes a block could be appropriate as well. Try it out if you haven't yet. It's really nice to feel supported sometimes. You got it. Take a breath in and a breath out. Take another 3 or 4 breaths here. And without any rush, start bringing your right arm underneath your right shoulder. Bring the left arm out to the left and up towards the ceiling. While you rest. And slowly release your hand down to the earth. Take an inhale for cow pose. Lift your chest forward. Exhale for cat. Look into your belly. And find your way back to your neutral. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So lift your right arm up towards the ceiling. Roll your wrist a couple of times. And as you exhale, thread the needle. Bring the right hand under your left side. Return back out to the right. Take an inhale and lift. Exhale, bring it under. You got it, just like that. Inhale, lift. No rush. Exhale, slowly bring it under. Inhale, return back out, lift it up. Exhale, take it in. Couple of more at your own pace. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one, inhale. Exhale, bring it under and slowly release. Release your right cheek that is to the mat, gaze to the left. Take a moment as you settle in. We're living in such a world that everything is fast. What happens when your internet doesn't work, on your phone, doesn't open something right away. Or there's line for your coffee. We often get upset about having to wait. Allow yourself to breathe with whatever shows up for you right now. Three or four more breaths here, no rush. Slowly begin to press your left arm into the floor. Reach the right arm out and up. Roll your wrist. As you release your right hand down to the floor, find a cow pose and then a cat pose. Round the spine in. And find your way back to neutral tabletop. Find your blocks. Bring your right leg forward. And so bring your hands on the blocks just around your right heel as you step your right foot forward. Shift your hips forward. So press your right sitting bone down towards the right heel. At the same time as you turn the left inner thigh back. Lift your chest away from your thigh as far as it goes. Full breath in. And exhale, straighten your front leg to your degree. Keep your toes on the floor as much as you can. Lift your toes up towards the ceiling. And then press your toes down towards the floor. Bend your knee forward, take an inhale. Exhale, center your hips back, keep your toes down. Lift your toes up, breathe in. Exhale, release your toes down. We'll do this a couple more times. Breathe in and out. You may move slower or faster than your neighbor. Not in a rush. Your last round. And when you bend your knee forward, next pause. Bring the right hand on the inside of your right thigh and step your right foot further out to the right. Keep the right foot where it is, except we're going to turn the right pinky toe edge to the side and turn the knee out wide. Take an inhale. And exhale, step your foot on the floor, bring the knee towards your arm. Just like that, take it out to the side. Bring it in towards the middle. Out to the side. In towards the middle. I like the high end of the blocks, but you can always go lower if that's okay for your body. You got it. Go out to the side next. Pause. Take a breath in. Look up. Draw the breastbone to the chin. Exhale out, return your foot back up. And this time, take your blocks around and step your right foot across your body to the left. You got it. And then see if you can send your hips back more like half splits, but with this angle, half split-ish. Your leg doesn't have to go completely straight. And then bend your knee in and then take your knee over towards the right side of your block. It's probably not going to go to the floor, and that's okay. Return your knee in, send your hips back, bring it forward, and take it out to the side. You got it. In a moment, we're going to go towards pigeon pose. Or if you like, you can always use support. I like a lot of stuff for pigeon pose. And I'll show you a couple that work for me. And so the next round, when you bring the knee out to the side, you can start lowering down your blocks if they're not lowered already. And start bringing your knee down towards the floor. Option to bring your bolster underneath you. So your right sitting bone is on the bolster, and the front of your left thigh is on the bolster. Here you can lower down. You can use a blanket or your blocks and a blanket for support. There's always an option without a bolster. If you want something smaller, you can roll your blanket like a little sausage and slide the blanket instead. And wherever you are, take a moment to find your way to a sleeping-ish pigeon. If pigeon is not your jam today, recline figure 4 could be a great option for you. I like, for a more restorative recline figure 4, to stack my blocks on top of each other, bring one leg on top, and then cross the other leg over. You can always have a blanket for support underneath your head if you're in figure 4, or anytime you're on your back. Wherever you are, could you find support for your head, the front or the back of your head? So, and a long exhale. breath in, full breath out. A couple more. I say couple means some amount, 3 or 4. Take one more breath in here. As you exhale, let it all out. Slowly start finding your way towards tabletop. Rise up, come out of pigeon. Maybe extend your right leg back. Maybe turn your left toes to the left and bring the right leg behind you for supported stargazer, little back bend. Full breath in, full breath out. And slowly begin to return over back to tabletop. Find your blocks. Find lunge with the left leg forward. Step your left foot in between your hands. As you bring hands on blocks, I like the high end of the blocks, so it gives you more space for the chest and the spine. Versus when the blocks are lower, it's always your choice. Press the left sitting bone down towards the left heel. Lift your chest up as you turn the inner right thigh back. Take a breath in. Then exhale, straighten your front leg. Keep your toes on the floor. Inhale as you lift your toes up. Exhale as you press your toes down. Inhale as you shift forwards for lunge. Exhale as you straighten your front leg to your degree. Keep your toes down. Breathe in, lift your toes up. Exhale, lower the toes down. You got it, just like that. As we move in through this motion, observe and notice if the side feels the same or different than the other without making yourself wrong about it. You got it. Bend your knee forward, next pause. Bring your blocks on the inside of your left leg. Step your left foot out to the side. Hinge forwards from your hips. And from that space, start taking your knee out to the side as you roll to the pinky side edge. Then return back to flat foot, knee towards your arm. Just like that, out to the side, in towards the middle. You can lower down and be on your blocks at the lower edge. I prefer them higher, so I feel more at ease on the inside of my hip. Sometimes we don't know what we don't know, so it's okay to try things that we don't know. Something that I love about this yoga practice is a lot of experimentation. Things that worked out yesterday did not work out today. You got it. On your next opening the knee out to the side, pause, take a breath in, lift your chest. Deep breath out. Return your foot back to the floor. This time step your foot across your body, over to the other side. When you're ready, Shift your hips back as much as they go. If your knee doesn't straighten all the way, that's fine. And bend your knee forward, take it out to the side. Teacher calls this the 50 Shades of Pigeon. We're kind of doing 25 Shades of Pigeon with this, but it's long. When we do the whole thing, it can take up the whole class, so. I have an interesting love, not love relationship with this. Maybe this is a great place for some forgiveness as well. As the hips can hold on to a lot of unprocessed emotions. If you feel about ready for your pigeon pose, start slowly landing the knee down towards the floor. Take a moment to extend the back leg back. Maybe bring a bolster or a rolled blanket underneath you. So your left hip is supported in the front of your right thigh. Whatever you use on the other side may not be the same thing that you use this time. Maybe on this side you're like, figure four sounds better on this side. We're not symmetrical creatures. Don't punish yourself. You already suffer enough. In yoga, they explain that we suffer in three ways. Suffering that others cause us, we cannot control that. Suffering that nature can cause us, hurricanes and so on, freezing weather or drying heat. The only suffering we can control is the one we cause ourselves. Control not in a controlling way, if you will. Where can you find some freedom? Through expansion and contraction. My current teacher, Peter Krohn, says that life will present us with people and circumstances to reveal where we are not free. Just find that space in the line of thought. Everything we experience is an opportunity to liberate ourselves. Sorry, forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Slowly begin to come up to the palms of the hands, find your way towards the tabletop. This time, stargaze on the other side. Maybe expand, bring the left leg all the way around. Maybe just a cow calf to you. Find your way back in towards tabletop. I'm going to offer you a final Shavasana in this a little strange pose, I guess. But I call it temple. And so it takes a little building. I'm going to take my blocks and place them slightly at an angle. I'm going to bring my bolster on top. And then I'm going to keep one blanket long. And I'm going to bring the other blanket up high. So it's kind of like a capital T. And so what this kind of looks like is I'm going to sit at the edge of the blanket. I lift my shin bones on top of the bolster, and when I lay down on the long blanket that's along my spine, the other blanket is for the support of my head. So I can always fold it in half and make it taller if I'd like, or not. You can always not have a blanket there and have a bigger band for your spine. I prefer have more support underneath my cervical spine. If you like to do anything else instead of this, by all means. This is just another option. You can always just bring your bolster underneath your knees or a blanket underneath your head. Once you find your way comfortable, as comfortable as you can be. I was like, I don't even know where the lights are. Take a moment to begin to soften. This slight back bend for Shavasana. Use open heart, and that can be vulnerable sometimes. Take a moment to trust your body to relax on the mat. Trust yourselves that continue supporting you. Even when you don't have to control them. Can you trust your breath to be as is? Maybe last time exhale fully. Letting your breath be as it is. As you relax the muscles of your throat, your eyebrows, 6 inches between your left and your right ear. Allowing the earth to hold you. Begin to find a soul breath in. Long breath out. Bring one hand on top of your belly, the other one on top of your heart. Let's take this moment. This moment is all we have right now, and then it's right now, and then it's right now. Gently begin to extend your arms over your head as you stretch up. Arms away from your hips. Gently bend your knees even more. Step your feet on your bolster or on the floor. Maybe gently rock your knees side to side like windshield wipers. And finally, roll over to one side in the supported fetal position. Symbolic rebirth. Transformation. A reminder that this is all. Every moment is now. Press one hand into the floor and then the other to come up to a seat. Join your hands together at the center of your chest. Final moment of gratitude for each other, for the space, for this physical practice, for our props. Take a full breath in for all of that. Let it out. To finish with an Om, take an inhale. Bring your hands to your third eye center. There is a teacher in all things, and to that teacher we bow. Om Bolo Shri Sadguru. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions, any concerns, anything else you may want to share. If you don't want to share anything, that's okay too. I will still let you leave.
Do you have the book for the cards?
I do. I have the book. I'm